Let's just wait for the people to come back. Hopefully they'll come back. Sorry this is boring for VOD watchers. I'm streaming again. So, what was I talking about? Okay, so yeah, we got a viewer. Hi, Luna. So, as I was saying, it feels like the game is a little unfair compared to the other Donkey Kong Country games. But besides that, and the music that's kind of lacking compared to the other games, it's nearly perfect. I'd say Donkey Kong Country 2 is near perfect. I wouldn't say this game's near perfect, but also other complaint. The Tikis they're alright. I don't feel like they're as bad as everyone say they are. They're just like these little guys that are like instruments, but they literally have to possess enemies. But it would be kind of boring if you fought a Tiki every boss fight, so I like the diversity. And the bosses kind of suck as well. My favorite boss is this mole on a minecart, and that's pretty easy. It's just creative. Because there's never really been a minecart boss fight before that, unless you count that one like ghost that chases you on a roller coaster in Donkey Kong Country 2. But yeah, and also no Donkey Kong Country 2 remixes or 3 remixes. And speaking of, why I guess they don't do 3 remixes because a different composer made it, but I like Retro owns they own the freaking license to Donkey Kong Country now, I think. Or it does Nintendo. They can use it, I'm sure, but I guess they just choose not to. Donkey Kong Country theme songs aren't really popular, but still, like, you could bring back Rock Face Rumble, that one's awesome. Even though, even though it's a bit short, if they extended it, maybe with some David Wise remixes, that'd be great. Because there is remixes in Tropical Freeze, and speaking of Tropical Freeze, oh yeah, Returns 3D, I'd say that's S tier, because the motion controls and Returns I almost forgot to mention. But no, it's not S tier. I just can't. I can't put it in S tier, because there's better things. New Super Mario... I know I'm stalling. Just give me a sec. New Super Mario Bros. I'd say is like top of B tier. Because it's good. There's nothing wrong with it. There's just nothing really all that exciting. I mean, yeah, Bowser Jr. is almost every boss, but the bosses in general are pretty cool. Like, Bowser Jr. is every other boss, but like, every other boss than Bowser Jr., who's every other boss, is great. Crap, I probably lost like a lot of my viewers. Thanks for sticking around, Luna. So, yeah. And the music is pretty cool, it's alright. It's just, New Super Mario Bros. Just gets old. That's the thing. It just gets old. There's nothing setting it apart, so that's why it's top of B tier. You're welcome, Lemmy. Donkey Kong Barrel Blast goes in Z tier for Zesty Int, which means not zesty. All I need to know is that Scott the Woz calls this game the enemy of virginity. And the game itself is not good. It's just weird. Okay, so Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is by far my favorite... Okay, it's not my favorite Nintendo game. That goes to Mario Odyssey, which we'll get into. But... yeah. Okay, so this is probably going to be like the longest game review, or maybe not, because I do have a lot to get through. But Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is my favorite platformer ever, followed closely by Celeste. Best soundtrack I've ever heard, period. Has some of the greatest songs ever, like Forest Folly, Seashore War, Frosty Frenzy, I think it's called. Big Top Bop, Grassland Groove, Scorch and Torch, Irate 8. The jungle songs in general are great, so are the snow songs. So it's like Donkey Kong Country Returns, but better in every way, although it really sucks that the animal buddies are really lacking. But I can't complain much, because the Tropical Freeze is almost perfect in every way. Besides the animal buddies, that's my biggest complaint. The music is perfect, as if you couldn't tell by my gushing. The levels themselves are amazing, and the world feels alive. The Snowmads feel like an actual threat, while the Tikis just kind of were there. Because the Snowmads feel like they're everywhere, while the Tikis just feel like an occasional hindrance. Because I feel like there's not that many Tiki enemies, or if there are, they're very forgettable. I guess there are, but again, they're forgettable. The Snowmads are very memorable and almost on par with the Kremlings, but I mean, you can't really beat the Kremlings, so I feel like they should bring K. Rool back in the next game. That'd be awesome. Especially since, like, the main boss just kind of uses K. Rool's moveset with one new move, which I feel like is kind of bullcrap, where you just gotta kind of guess where the platform sink into lava and guess which one resurfaces first. By the way, don't fall in the lava when almost every platform is gone. The bosses are really great. I feel like the only subpar one is the last one. Yeah, the final boss. And I didn't like Fugu at first, but I feel like Fugu is good if you know what you're doing. But the final boss is just okay. There's a lot of waiting. That's my main problem with it. There's just a lot of waiting, which makes the boss really annoying to do over and over. Yet the thing is with, like, Donkey Kong Country 1's and 2's final boss is that you're constantly fighting. You're not waiting to attack them. For the most part, you have to dodge attacks, but it just feels monotonous to wait, especially in a final boss fight. But yeah, the levels are so unique in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, especially the it's not environmental narrative, it's like visual narrative. Visual storytelling is the word I'm looking for. For example, was it Scorching Savannah? Or no, it's Bright Savannah. There's kind of like a storyline if you think about it in a Donkey Kong Country game. I mean, there is a storyline if you're trying to get back to your island, but yeah, there's lots of visual storytelling in Tropical Freeze, especially just how detailed the levels are. For example, in Bright Savannah, you got a little party in the first level, then the second level is the after party, then the third level is like a big tornado storm, and then the fourth level is like a forest fire, and then after that it's just kind of you traversing the terrain. But yeah, that's incredible. They way overdid themselves. I wish we learned a little more about whatever ancient society built all those weird ruins in the fourth world. But the fifth world is like, what is it? Not Cotton Top Cove. That's from the third game. Juicy Jungle. Literally the whole thing. You see fruit being harvested, and there's like the juice is going all over rivers. The juice is being extracted and turned into jelly, which is then turned into popsicles, which the boss of that world is about to eat, but then you make him lose it, which is silly, but you just saw how it's made throughout this entire island. They basically turned the whole island into a giant popsicle-producing factory. Also nice, Paper Mario TTYD. And the final world is literally like basically the levels from Returns, but they're frozen over. And I mean, not all levels from Returns, obviously, and you get some really cool reminders, and it's almost sad, which I feel like is reflected in the music, which is kind of bittersweet. Sorry if I was weird last time. Sometimes when I get bored playing a game, I start saying random stuff in streams or vids. I'm watching. Ow! I hit my hand. I'm watching while playing the game that's making me bored. Okay, that's fine. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't say anything weird. So But yeah, you get like the frozen bat from the cave world. You get the big 8-bit DK statue from, what was it, the ruins world. And you get and what's kind of sad is like the frozen. You're welcome. Is the frozen freaking the hand with eyes. There's like a robot, it's a giant eye, and it has a bunch of hands that help you throughout the whole level. And now he's just kind of decayed and frozen, and it's kind of sad, which I feel like is reflected in the music, which is also kind of intense but in factory and sad. And yeah, it's just, the game is making me feel emotions, mainly through the music, if nothing else, but the visual storytelling is great. And there's no like dialogue needed, it's just great visual storytelling. It's a cat in a box emoji. And yeah, nearly perfect all around. It's so fun. It's pretty hard, but you can just kind of stock up on items if you want, which I feel like is fine. Because but you are throwing money, to be fair, but I don't feel like that's a bad thing if you don't wanna, like, you can just not buy the items. I feel like, yeah, you can just not buy the items. I don't feel like it's like cheating, I just feel like it's helping. Because you still have to go through all the crap, it's just, you can like take more hits now. I haven't played much of Zelda games. The first one is alright. It's like low C tier. But I just get lost. The game's very confusing. I love Majora's Mask. Did I say it goes... that's a bit high. Now I am a complete Zelda noob. And Majora's Mask, of all games, is what got me into the series, because I was really interested in how a kid's game depicted serious themes like death and, like, inevitability and, like, the end of the world, and the game does it really seriously and really well, especially in, like, the side quests. But, like, the whole game is kind of like side quests, but that's the thing, it doesn't feel like side quests for that reason. Although I haven't gotten very far in the game, but hey, it got me into Zelda because of its really good story. And like interesting levels and in like mechanics, so that's something. Never played a single Zelda game. I've played 2. Guess which ones they are: Majora's Mask and Breath of the Wild. I adore Breath of the Wild. That's definitely one of my favorite games. But Majora's Mask, I didn't get very far in. I do want to play Ocarina of Time. When I first played it, and Wind Waker I've also played, which is great. But freaking, which I actually did play first, but I just didn't get too into it. I love that there's like a stealth mission. It feels like Metal Gear. I love to talk about Metal Gear as well, but I literally got stuck in the Deku Tree of Ocarina of Time, which is like my most embarrassing gaming thing, because everyone's like, "Oh, that game is so easy, freaking so easy." The Deku Tree. Wind Waker. This is Wind Waker HD in particular. I like Wind Waker. Solid, B tier, because I think it's a little more fun than Majora's Mask. Top of B tier. Keep in mind, it's because I've barely played it. Mario Maker is definitely S tier just because of how much tools it gives you. It's literally, I kid you not, in 2015 when I got that game for Christmas, that was the most excited I've ever gotten on a Christmas, like ever. You can tell because my mom recorded my reaction, and yeah, I blew that game up figuratively. Yeah, Mario Maker on 3DS, I feel like that's the worst version, but it's still Mario Maker. It's just, why there's no online? That really sucks. What's the point? Also, no Bowser Jr., I don't think, which is a weird complaint. It's just weird. But I feel like controversial take, I feel like Mario Maker 2, like, I prefer it, because I've heard people say that it's like, it doesn't work as well because it's not the gamepad, which is a completely fair complaint, but I've gotten used, there is online? Really? I've heard people complain that there's like no online. Or you can't search for levels. I've heard that you can't search for levels or something. Like with codes or anything. I mean, you can barely search for levels. You gotta use codes and shit. Where's Mario Galaxy 1? I don't know, you're the one who's played it, so you tell me. Pokemon. I've gotta go fast. Gotta go fast! because I've got so much to get through. But Tropical Freeze is literally one of my favorite games ever. Galaxy 2 is instant masterpiece. It's really just more of Galaxy 1. Nothing wrong with that. It's a bit harder as well. You got Yoshi. Yoshi's always fun. The music is great. Just the Bowser fight I heard is really easy, but I've never actually gotten that far. But the music, literally, there's not much to complain about. It's just that, like, yeah, it's just more of Galaxy 1, but there's nothing really wrong with that. It's a little more linear as well, but again, I feel like it does well with what it wants to do, which is be more a little difficult and stuff. So, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I have lots and lots and lots of nostalgia for this one. So it's my favorite New Super Mario Bros. Game for that reason. I love the multiplayer. I've spent so much time in the multiplayer of that game, and the Bowser fight at the end is one of my favorite Bowser fights, and the music is great. Just nothing really special about it. Oh, you got the grass world and the desert world, and that's my biggest complaint with Mario. New Super Mario Bros. There's no diversity in the level themes, really. It's just like, and they're almost the same order every time as well. There's no, like, difference. When I was a kid, I didn't care. I was just like, Mario, yes! Which isn't bad, it's just, well, it is bad. It's better to make more diverse stuff and not pump them out every year so people get tired of them. You can't just make the same thing forever and people be satisfied. Because it's basically the same thing, but oh, they have a coin mechanic in this one, or oh, this one has an open world that is way worse than Mario World because doesn't make any sense how it connects. Like, ooh, here's some grass, here's a desert cake. It's not actually a cake, but it's like, that's what it's themed around. There's just like, oh, and it instantly goes into snow. There's no transition. It's a geographical nightmare because I'm a geography buff, and I don't like seeing a line. It's basically a line between grass and desert. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This is New Super Mario Bros. We were talking about, but it's grass and then desert and then snow and then beach. Obviously, I do love the boss fights. Like Lemmy, that was my introduction to Lemmy, and literally Lemmy Cooper 13 is the channel name. So yeah, it's just nothing special, but nothing really bad. Besides, I mean, yeah, I think it is bad, all the genericness, but it was only the second one. They should have just stopped there. If they stopped there, I feel like all would have been forgiven. I have 100% Mario Bros. Wii. That's based. I really respect that. It's not a very hard game, but it's fun. It's very fun, especially with other people. That's really that's why it's my favorite. Lemmy is a certified goober. What do you mean by that? Mario Bros. 1, the controls suck, and that's like the biggest complaint for me. Yeah, the controls just suck. I feel like, again, like Mario is being weighed down by something. And also, I can't change my direction in midair. The levels are really similar. But again, for its time, it's... Oh, you mean the character Lemmy? Ah. Yeah, I do agree. He is a goober, which is exactly why I related to him as a child. And why I fell in love with Lemmy. And got a plushie of him, and every other Koopa Kid, and every other Mario character. Like, geez, I seriously had a thing for plushies when I was little. I have, like, hundreds, and I mean hundreds. The pile you saw last night was nothing. There's a whole, there's boxes and boxes of them upstairs. Okay, Mario Galaxy 1. Literally one of the best games ever made. I prefer it to Galaxy 2 just because of the ambience and story, and I feel like the music is just a little better. Though they're pretty much interchangeable. Galaxy 1, it feels like a serious, kind of more of a, in terms of the tone, it feels serious. Rosalina has a really sad backstory. But I like how it's optional. Like, I actually didn't even check out her backstory for the longest time, because I just didn't want to, but it's very well written, but very sad. What else? I mean, yeah. Some of my favorite gets Bouldergeist flashbacks. Listen, he wasn't that bad, I don't think. It's just you just gotta know what you're doing. I feel you know what I get flashbacks to is it's mainly Mario Galaxy 2 bosses that I get flashbacks to. Galaxy 1, I feel like Galaxy 2 is way worse than Galaxy 1 in terms of difficulty, like it's way harder is what I mean. Not worse in terms of quality. But Galaxy 1 is just so cool. There's some galaxies that are like, why do you exist? Like, especially the secret galaxies. But, you know, it can be forgiven. The music is so good. Like, seriously so good. Some of the best Nintendo songs. Even songs, period. Like, God, Space Junk Galaxy is the definition of one man's trash is another man's treasure. It's... God, you could literally... The game just makes you feel... It makes you feel stuff. It's a very emotional... I feel like it's the most emotional Mario game ever made, if that makes sense. The space makes you feel things, especially with the music and the story taking a little bit of a darker tone. Like, oh, Bowser's gonna take over the entire universe, and Rosalina has really sad backstory, and... Yeah, I know, it's a Mario game, but it feels very serious compared to normal, so it makes me feel shit. Makes me feel... like, lots of emotions. Yeah, the Bowser fights are a bit simple, but I think they're good. I need to move on before I talk about this all day. Mario Bros. 2 is, like, have you done the prankster comment? You fight Bouldergeist with 1 HP? Oh god. Like, that's... I don't really want to. But no, I have not, I don't think. Like, does anybody like the prankster comments? New Super Mario Bros. 2, it's okay. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. The DLC is brutal. The game is easy, but then they're like, oh, you think this game is easy? It gives you some of the hardest Mario levels in existence for DLC. Also, Mario, 2D Mario with DLC, or just Mario with DLC in general. How can we barely get that? Not saying that's a good or bad thing, just saying. It's just nothing really of note. Lots of coins. That's about it. Yeah, I find New Super Mario Bros. 2 quite boring. I shit you not, I beat the game in like 1 day when I first got it, and I'm like, okay, now what? It's just Wii again. They even have the same music. Like, jeez. Now where's you so I can get it over with? Mario Run. I'm not even gonna rank that. That game is weird. Wind Waker HD. I've never played the original Wind Waker, but I like the art style in Wind Waker 1 a little more. The cel-shaded. Mario Maker 2, my beloved. It's one of my favorite games ever because of just how... I've spent so many hours in that game. Just... I can literally check how many hours I have in that game right now. Countless hours I've spent unleashing my creativity because I want to get into game design. I just know nothing about programming. What I do know about is how to create good levels and how to create good levels. What I don't know is the actual how you make it reality with programming and stuff. And like, yeah, I've created entire games out of that game. It feels like the only game, I feel like, especially since it added 525 hours in that, or more, in Mario Maker 2. So yeah, that tells you how long I've played that game. It's just, another one of the most exciting moments of my life is when they added the Koopalings and Super Worlds in the same update for Mario Maker 2. I was so excited. I'm so glad I posted that reaction. That was one of like the most raw and happy reactions. Such a great game. Has its flaws. I wish they added like Samus. Not gonna lie, I always thought Mario lore was all happy shit. But now I realize it's a miner that's a princess getting kidnapped by like a 44-year-old dinosaur and a 25-year-old plumber has to save her. You've more than... I didn't read that in time, it disappeared. you've more hours in Super Mario Maker 2 than I have on Pokemon Scarlet. I mean, how long can you play a single-player game? That's the thing. Mario Maker 2 is indefinite. You can always make levels for the rest of freaking time as long as you keep coming up with ideas. And I'm a very creative person. I've come up with a lot of ideas. Just recently, I made like a... It's like a Metroidvania-style game, which is... Again, they should have added Samus costume. I love Metroid, which we'll get into in a sec. But, like, it's like a... You have to explore, like, a human body, and it's basically... Like, it's meant to be a metaphor for, like, bottom surgery. I made that in Mario Maker. Obviously, I can't make it very detailed. Oh, Metroid. Mario Odyssey is literally my favorite Nintendo game. I mean, what is there to say that people haven't said already? Huge, expansive worlds, the biggest Mario's ever seen. The game just makes you so happy. That's the best part. It's like... It's magic. It's just a magical game. That's the best way to describe it. It's like Galaxy, except Mario Odyssey is more lighthearted than Galaxy, I feel like. But that's fine. It's just... It has so much style. The music is really great. The worlds feel lived in. That's one of the best parts. But it's just so much fun to run around all these very diverse levels, and yeah. With the amount of games you still have left by the time the stream's over, it'll be Christmas already. Listen, I'm not gonna rank most of these games. I'll get to Pokemon. Jump Up Superstar? I know, right? Like, it just puts you in such a good mood. Like, I got that game with the Switch, and it was... You know, so many people were trying to download that game all at once on Christmas morning that... the store wasn't working. That's how many people were trying to download it. But yeah, my only complaint is that it's just too much. There's too many moons. Yeah, there's just too many moons. That's my only complaint. Also, no Boo House level. I know that's a really random complaint, but no Boo House level. There doesn't need to be one. Also, yeah, the Ruined Kingdom is such a cool environment. It's like Skyrim Mario. Or Dark Souls Mario. Learn the lyrics of it. That's really cool. I admire your dedication, Luna. I've learned lots of songs as well, mainly Japanese ones. I should learn the Japanese lyrics. Yeah, amazing game. New York is in it. Yoshi Safari. I always found this as like one of the weirdest Mario games. It's literally a Mario shooter. Like, I just feel like nobody has acknowledged this game's existence. Like, I don't even know what the general consensus of this game is. Like, is it good? I just know, like... Oh, I just knew about it as a kid because I was trying to compile every Koopaling boss fight ever. And they were in Yoshi Safari. But it's literally you on a Yoshi's back shooting people. In a Mario game. Doom but Mario. I know, right? Down, 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 down. Breath of the Wild. Here's the thing, like, I'd say it goes like right here. Yeah, that feels good. Right here. Breath of the Wild's it's a magical game. I'm not a big Zelda fan. Can you buy a gun in a Mario game? In Yoshi Safari you can, but I don't think in any other Mario game. Hey, you can get a gun in Kirby, though. Oh god, that's gonna be a long one. Breath of the Wild is just magical. It's such a fun open world. I love getting on top of towers. It's like synchronizing in Assassin's Creed. I haven't gotten super far. I'm on my second Divine Beast, which is the Air Divine Beast. I just kind of stopped on that one. I got stuck on the Yiga stealth mission because the stealth in the game's kind of bad. Not gonna lie. But I love the Gerudo town. It gave me lots of gender euphoria. Yeah, just incredible game, magical experience. Isn't Kirby just a chewed up piece of gum that's alive? It isn't chewed up. It's a pink blob. Yeah, the pink blob. Donkey Kong 64. It's charming. I've never played it, and I started it. I just got bored. Um, the game's just too big. That's like the thing. It's just too big. Too much to collect. Too much to do. Too big, but very charming. Mario Bros. U. I already told you about how the geography I do not like. Say it goes right there. Why do you get gender euphoria? Because it's like, here's a society well only girls can get into. So here's a girl costume, and it's so cute. Link is so cute. Link is hot. To quote Reggie, Link is hot. He did say that, by the way. I'm not joking. Yeah, it just makes me feel so cute, and it's like, and girls only society. It's like, yeah, it's that's why I gave him gender euphoria. Mario teaches typing. When the moon meets your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. The freaking floating Mario head. Mario 3D World. I just thought of a new Marvel movie, The Blob. Sounds like a horror movie. 3D World's right above Sunshine. Linear levels, but great levels. It's got like a circus, like big band theme to it. The soundtrack is amazing. Especially like Histocrat's theme and the final Bowser theme and like the Savannah level theme. Sprawling Savannah. Such a great game. It's so much fun with friends, and it's my mom's favorite game ever. That's something. She loves Cat Mario. Bowser's Fury just makes it even better. But that's not. I don't think that counts in this. You have to move on. All right, who's ready to talk Pokemon? I have played Pokemon Red. I'd say it's like top of B tier. Is it better than? I'd say it's like, listen, Pokemon's good. It's just, to me, the gameplay is alright. It's just, the fun part is actually collecting the Pokemon. And also, I've had a thing where it's like, why do the Pokemon gotta be used by humans to fight? I want the Pokemon to be free. Pokemon Quest? No, I've not played that. But I'm like, I want the Pokemon to be free and roam and be on their own. So that's why I like games like Pokemon Snap and Poke Park too. I like that game a lot. That's a nostalgic game. Red is just, it's alright. Nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just, I don't like that there isn't color. It's a big thing for me. I love color. But again, I know it's not the game's fault. It used to be green. Like really ugly green. Even though green's my favorite color, so how dare you? Yeah, not much to say. Now, my favorite Pokemon game is Alpha Sapphire. So, say that goes right about here? Here? I'd say here. Alpha Sapphire, whoever says there's too much water in the game, screw you. Sorry. It's just, I feel like water is a good thing. I like water. I like ocean. So I like that a lot of the map is water. It's just, yeah, I love the game. I love the legendary Pokemon. The music is great. It's, I also very much love Pokemon Y was actually my first Pokemon game, fun fact. I got into it a little later than other people did. Pokemon Y. I'd say it's like here. I got stuck on the Justice League, the Champions Road. It's great. I feel like I'm not sure if I don't know. I'm not up to date with Pokemon fans. Is it considered like a good game or a bad game or an alright game? But yeah, I love Pokemon Y. Pokemon Rumble, I heard that's awful. Pokemon Black 2, I love this game. I love how it's like very city and industrial based, and I love the Pokemon. It's honestly one of my favorite Pokemon generations. I hate that people, yeah, there's the ice cream and the literal trash, the little pile of trash Pokemon, but I mean, you got so many good ones that I just can't remember at the moment. Because I haven't played Pokemon in forever. But yeah, Black 2's great. I didn't get very far. I didn't get... The only Pokemon-wise, like, I got to Champions Road. That's the farthest I've ever gotten in any Pokemon game. I should do a Nuzlocke. That'd be fun. I've never played Twilight Princess. I played a little bit of Platinum, but barely any. Can't speak for it. New Pokemon Snap? Pokemon Snap 1 is great. I honestly prefer it to regular Pokemon. I know that's extremely weird, but I love it. It's like wildlife photography, but they're magic animals that have abilities and shit. I don't even know what to say about that one. New Pokemon Snap, I love you more than the first one. It's just the first one, but better. Though I feel like the environments aren't quite as cool as the first one. If that makes any sense. Again, I'm not rating Mario 1. Pokemon... I didn't really play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon much, but it was the first time a game asked me whether I was a boy or a girl, and I was able to answer I was a girl, like, confidently. So that's something. Yoshi's Island I've barely played, but we'll put it, like, right here. I got up, like, the first world and somehow got stuck. Don't ask. I just get stuck in games sometimes. Like Shovel Knight, I got stuck on the King Knight level. Don't ask. I don't know how. I just did. I fell in a pit in a room I couldn't seem to escape. Somehow. Yoshi's Woolly World is, like, legit one of my favorite games. Is it S tier? I'd say very top of A tier. It's such an adorable game. The game makes you so happy. The soundtrack is incredible. It's such a it's like the most calming soundtrack, I'd say. Okay, Donkey Kong Country has some really calming songs, but, like, it's so good, and it's just, like, it's so adorable. The game just puts you in such a good mood, and it's just so cute. Everything about it's so cute. All Arts and Crafts World, I feel like it did it better than Crafted World. Crafted World I just got bored of. In general, I played Yoshi's Woolly World so many times. I never beat it on tape, unfortunately. And I did skip a few levels, like, in my first playthrough. In the last world, mainly. I love how all your collectibles, like, give you new Yoshis, and they're all really cute, and it really motivates you to collect more stuff. Level design's really fun. I feel like people say the game's easy. I just feel like the game is it challenges you, but it kind of gives you infinite health. No, you know what? I've had some trouble with the game. I don't know what people are talking about. Maybe I'm just bad. Mario Bros. 35 is alright. Crafted World is also alright. I'd say it's, like, here. It just feels like a nothing game to me. It makes me feel nothing, if that makes any sense. I just don't know what it is. It's lacking the charm Woolly World had. I never even finished Yoshi's Crafted World. My tongue hurts. Is it because I've talked so much? Maybe. 3D All-Stars I'm not even gonna rank. Kirby Superstar. Where's Superstar Ultra? I vastly prefer Superstar Ultra. That's one of my favorite... It's literally... I think that's my favorite Kirby game. Based off, like, nostalgia. Honestly, Planet Robobot's, like, never been my favorite. Even though I totally get why everyone loves it so much. I also love it. It's just the Kirby games start to blend together for me. But they're actually unique, unlike the Mario games. Like, 2D Mario games. I'd say it's snug right here. Superstar Ultra. There's a lot of games S tier. I love the uniqueness. Like, how there's, like, kind of a bunch of different games in the game, which is the whole selling point. And I'll put Superstar Regular right behind it. Nah, I feel like it added so much. Ultra added so much, which made it such a masterpiece. Like Galactonite. It added Galactonite. The music is awesome, and yeah, I need to keep going or else I'll be here forever. Dreamland is alright. It's just short. It's really short. It's fun. Yeah. It's a short, fun game. But I think it wasn't supposed to be anything more than that. Adventure, right here. Good game. Introduced copy ability is really fun. Dream Course is really fun with friends. Yeah, I know it's a little messed up that I did this, so maybe I'll do this. I haven't really played Wario games, but I love Wario. He's such a doofus. Fun game. That's it. I just say fun game. Just missing a lot of the other games have. I prefer Dreamland 2, honestly. Or do I? Yeah, I think I do prefer Dreamland 2, especially with the little color thing. It's real, like, with the super thing. You know what I'm talking about, the Super SNES. It's not the Super SNES. The Super Game Boy. Oh gosh, Metroid 1, I feel like there's too much for its time. The world feels very expansive. The soundtrack's one of my favorite. It might be my favorite NES soundtrack, period. Cat in a box again. I need to refill my water, guys. I'm talking too much. Cows, non-binary cows. And other. Where's Super Mario Land? Thanks for sticking around. 3 people. 64 I really love. My tongue is literally starting to hurt. Nice fusion, copy abilities, awesome music, especially the final boss, and Miracle Matter. This is starting to actually hurt talking about this. Amazing Mirror, I've played a little bit of, but I feel like not enough to say anything big. Dreamland, I love Dreamland. Dude, I put 64 over Mario Wii. And Pokemon. No, yeah, I put it above New Pokemon Snap and Majora's Mask, and oh my gosh! I feel like I put Yoshi's Island too high considering what I've played, but I do like what I've played. And I know I'll like it if I play it more. It's one of the games you know you'll like it. Oh my gosh. Captain Toad's very fun, like the little puzzle stuff. My tongue hurts. It's hard to talk when my tongue hurts. Like, where did I even put that game? Okay, that's good. Can you hear the tiredness in my voice? Ah, yes, Super Metroid. I've been binging this game lately. This is one of the greatest games ever made. The atmosphere is incredible. The level design is incredible. It's inspired me to make games. I mean, can you get better than that? I mean, Donkey Kong Country games have as well. Not so much Thousand Year Door, just because I don't often make RPGs. Though Mori has, and Mario Maker 2 I make games, so yeah. Super Metroid. I love the ambience, the story, just the general feel of the game. The controls get a little getting used to, but so much fun. So much fun. And speaking of, Metroid Prime is really one of my favorite games, and I can't wait to play Metroid Prime 2. I've been watering flowers for a week, just hoping to get enough money to get it, because we got the freaking... I posted on the community post about the whole ordeal it was to get the game. Metroid Prime 1 is incredible. Yeah, there's lots of backtracking, but I think it's fine because you're always unlocking new stuff, and the levels that there are so great and so much fun to explore. The bosses are fantastic. The music is fantastic. I'm not sure if it's on the level of Super Metroid music, but I'd say they're even in terms of music. I've gotten lost in the game. The game gave me gender euphoria because I just love playing as a badass space princess. Samus isn't really that type, you know. If you know what I mean. Phazon Mines is one of my favorite levels in gaming because of how hard it is and the atmosphere and all that. Just such a great game. My biggest complaint is that at the end they make you do a really long fetch quest across all the levels in the game. Really, it's really like if you didn't like the backtracking before, you'll hate it because you're not really unlocking any new areas. Epic Yarn, Squeak Squad's good. Just nothing very notable besides the Squeak Squad. Guys, I need to stop soon. My tongue hurts. Double Dash is very fun. Better than the Kirby 64? I don't think so. Oh my gosh. It's too much. What are these games? Is that Phoenix Wright? It is! I've never played Phoenix Wright, but I love the soundtrack and just it in general. Mario Party Superstars is very fun. It's my favorite Mario Party game. Solid, better than Majora's Mask? Yeah. Canvas Curse. My first ever Kirby game, fun fact. Fun, but has a lot of flaws. And it's just, I don't know if it'll be remade, considering, like, that the gamepad's very important. But, I mean, is it that high? Am I gonna put it over the regular Kirby games? Probably not. I feel like I put Pokemon too high. Like, I haven't played those games in forever. Planet Robobot is it S tier? I'd say it's like top of A tier. Better than Super Metroid? It's like they're even, you know? Planet Robobot, great story, really fun robot copy abilities. Mech copy abilities, who doesn't love that? Earthbound I haven't really played. I've yet to be really, like, sucked into the game, I mean. Like, really convinced to play it. New Horizons is very fun. Definitely, it used to be one of my favorite games, just starting to get bored of it. Yo, what's your dream sub to count to hit on YouTube? That's the first time anyone's ever asked me that. Like, ever? I'm hoping I'll hit 150 subs soon, because I'm getting close, but, like, ever? I don't know, like, a million, maybe? But, like, at that point, I would probably have to make YouTubing my full career, which I don't really want to make it my whole career around YouTube. So maybe, like, 500,000 is more realistic as, like, a big goal. I'm just winging it. I've been on YouTube for many years, just posting what I want, and I'm almost gotten under 50 subs. I couldn't be more grateful for my tiny little but passionate community. And I'm really excited because I'm almost at 150 subs. I'm literally one subscriber away from 140 subs. Or am I 140 subs? I haven't checked. Let's see. You can literally see right now. Oh yeah, you get the Perfect Heart. I was editing the Perfect Heart Halloween video. My tongue. I know I keep saying that, but it doesn't stop hurting. You've been stuck around 40 subs? My favorite YouTuber used to be Yub. Not that it's just I don't watch them much anymore because they're not playing games I'm really that into anymore. They just said, just keep posting stuff and, like, keep working hard, and yeah, it's worked for me, so I'd say just keep posting stuff. That's what I've done. I'm not chasing after trends or anything like that. I'm just posting what I want. It does help to, you know some ins and outs. Like, I'm stuck at 3. I mean, how many videos I'm not trying to make fun of you, I'm just saying, how many videos have you posted? It's not that more videos equals more subscribers. Mainly it's just quality. Although I've posted everything I've ever made. I'm trying to post everything I ever made, pretty much. So it's a range in quality, but I'm really trying to post good quality stuff, you know. 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is S tier. I don't even care what anyone says. Bowser's Fury is great. It's like Mario Odyssey, but more and more open world. I don't know, my dumbass doesn't know how to make vids. You could just record games like I am. Miitopia. I forgot this. I didn't know this was on the list. Hey Luna, you know a lot of this game, right? Miitopia. I'd put it right here. Great game, lots of fun, but it's only really fun if you are going for the memes and if you have OCs, it's great in it, or if you just want to put all your hyperfixations into one game, it's great. I can't fit them all. I can't fit them all. There's too many. Oh my gosh. Metroid Prime Pinball. Metroid Prime 2, I want to play. I've never had such a lust to play a game before. Maybe calling it lust is bad. Like, I've never wanted to play a game so much besides, like, I don't know. Like, wanted to play a game so much and it be so far out of reach, it feels like. Because I was supposed to get it on my birthday, but we got the manual, and then we got the demo disc. Metroid Prime 1 plus demo disc. Then we got the game, but the freaking memory card wasn't working, so we got a new memory card, and then the disc was scratched. And we haven't got a refund. It's been 2 months. Okay. Sorry, a little tangent there. Just kind of angry about that. New Leaf, I mean, is it better than... I'd say it's right there. New Leaf is very fun. It just feels like New Horizons is New Leaf, but you got a little getaway thing. Xenoblade. I've never played Xenoblade, but I'm gonna rate their stories. I love Xenoblade 2. Right here. No, I'd say it's above that. Xenoblade 1 story is also great. I'd say it goes below 2, and I'd say 3 story is above 2. Below that one went below 2, and 2 and 1 3 story is above both of them, which is great. They're supposed to get better and better. That's how it should be. Torn of the Golden Country, that I played that one for like 30 minutes on video, and I sucked at it a lot. Melee. Ultimate's one of my favorite games ever. I can check how many hours I have in it right now. I'm not even really that into fighting games. It's not really a fighting game, girl. 305 hours or more. And I enjoy World of Light. I don't care what anyone says. Spirits are interesting. I feel like Subspace, I feel like if someone combined, like, World of Light and Subspace Emissary, it would be great. You know? It's just the spirits aren't as cool as, like, the figures in the menu. Yo, I'm gonna force my friends to sub to your channel so you can hit 140. I only have friends, but I only have 2 friends, but at least none. Thanks. I mean, if you force someone to subscribe, that runs the risk of them just unsubscribing just because they don't want to watch my content, so... You know, I feel like someone shouldn't subscribe if they don't want to. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but... I mean, I really appreciate it, though. Splatoon 2, I love that game. Splatoon 3, I love its story. I know. Normally, Splatoon lore isn't really that explored as much as it is in 3. Yeah, just ask. Don't make a big deal out of it, I guess. I feel like I'm being, like, advertising myself too much. I feel bad. I just want to wing it. I'm just happy. I've never gotten so many subscribers. Okay, no, I got, like, to 70 subscribers in one night, I remember. Woomy. Yes, Woomy. Right here, no. Right here is good. Fun game, very fun game. Wii Sports Resort, well, no, I don't think anyone dislikes Wii Sports Resort. I love this game. So much fun. So much fun. It's better than Wii Sports in every way, in my opinion. But some of the mini games in Wii Sports Resort are just alright. Like, nothing special. Smash Bros. Wii U is my first Smash game. I'd say it's A tier. Yeah, I'd say it's better than Xenoblade. It literally has Xenoblade in it. Oh my gosh, people are gonna kill me over that. And I know them. I know who's gonna kill me exactly. Triple Deluxe, I'd say, is better than Dreamland. So it's right there. There's too much. Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii was my first Mario Kart. I remember getting on a Tuesday, right after going home from school. I don't know why I remember it was specifically on a Tuesday. We also got like a little track floor. Like we would make Mario Kart tracks on the floor. It was fun. I remember we had a beach set. There was little palm trees and little, like, what are they, cataquacks? I love Mario Kart Wii. So much nostalgia. This is a really weird place for Mario Kart Wii to be. Where we're touched. Sports Club, I played for like the 24-hour demo and never played again. Wii Music. Z-. Negative Z tier. Never actually played Wii Music, but like, I have no desire to. There's way better ways to learn music. Mario Party 2, I love, but like, I've never really played it. Honestly, I really should. Okay, just message them, just waiting for them to reply now. I mean, you don't need to give me live updates, but if you want, that's fine. I try to be humble because I feel bad if I'm not. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I really love Kirby. Wait, was that Minecraft for Nintendo 3DS? Minecraft for Nintendo 3DS, and I think for Switch and Wii U. Should I put... I don't want to count Minecraft. That's... No. Just no. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I adore that game. It's definitely one of my favorite Kirby games. Yeah, I think I like it better than those ones. I definitely do. Now that I'm thinking about it, I definitely do. A lot of the appeal for me is the story. I love Kirby's story. Lore, whatever. Pikmin 2. I love Pikmin. I've only played Pikmin 2. I skipped one because of the time limit thing. It was intimidating to me. I've never liked time limits in general to anything. Unless it's something I want to end. Pikmin 2. Oh, that person left. Did I intimidate them somehow? I feel like I'm being way too self-conscious. Better than Mario Kart Wii? I feel like that's a fair spot for Pikmin 2. Some of these I'm just putting them there because I want to like them that much, or something. Like, I don't know. I've played more Mario Kart Wii than I have Pikmin 2. I feel like that's fair, because Mario Kart Wii's a multiplayer game. Chibi Robo Ziplash. Never mind, two watching. Oh my gosh. Mario World? We've not come across Mario 3 yet. I love Mario World. It's S tier. Honestly, I've always preferred Mario World to Mario 3. Just personal preference, nothing really more than that. Shantae? I mean, does that count? I love Shantae. I love Pirate's Curse and Seven Sirens are my favorite, but Half Genie Hero is great. Risky's Revenge is good. Shantae's, I barely got anywhere in the Game Boy one. Mario Artist. Mario Artist. I miss those days when it's like, oh, you want to do something? Get Mario to teach you. Here's how you wield a gun. In Yoshi Safari. Nintendo Land is, God, that's one of the most nostalgic games ever for me. I could go on a whole rant about my memories with that game. But it was kind of a weird time in my life, and the Wii U was kind of brought there to make me feel happier. My parents are great. They gave me a Wii U to kind of distract me from what was going on around me. Crazy things are going on around me. Mario taught me gun control. Like, do you mean how to wield a gun? Or how to control yourself with a gun? Like, how to restrain yourself? Or both? I think you mean both. Hopefully. Nintendo? Okay, I should really watch where I'm placing Nintendo Land. It's good, but it's, like, not that good. Both. Yeah, I was hoping it was both. I mean, you can't have one without the other. Well, yeah, you need the one to have the other. Listen, Super Mario Kart, I don't like it. The controls are way too weird for me. And it just doesn't work for me, like, it's too flat. I just don't want to rank Shantae because I feel like it's not fair, like, that's not a Nintendo game. Neither is Sonic. Where's Mario Bros. 3? Shouldn't that be like one of the first ones? As he stopped teaching me yesterday, and 1 hour ago I robbed the Burger King with the gun Mario got me as my gift. You should have got the Burger King Mario Kids meal. A surprise. It was all part of my grand master plan. Imagine Mario as a villain. You all felon. You all felon. I have made you all into felons. That's a quote, and I need to specify in the quote in Mario's voice in parentheses. Huh? You wrote something. Lol. Okay. I'm tired. I think I gave the kids at Burger Kind BTSD. I'm sorry, but you wrote kind, not kid. Burger Kid PTS. Burger Kid? Burger King. Secret of Mana. Isn't the background of that like a Banjo-Kazooie? Like, do I count that? I don't. It is Rare, so yeah, I count that. Because Rare was like owned by Nintendo when it was made. One of my favorite games ever. But is it better than Super Metroid? I'd say it is. I don't care what anyone says. I love Banjo-Kazooie. Nathaniel Bandy comes storming in. Is it better than 3? It's below 3D World, but it's above Mario 63 World plus Fury and above 64. People are gonna be really weirded out by that, I feel like. 3D Land is good, there's just, again, nothing really is setting it apart from the other Mario games in a time when Mario games had little setting themselves apart from each other. But it's better than the 2D Mario games at the time. Star Allies. Now, the base game sucks. I beat it in a day. I beat it in a night, I think. With my parents watching it, they're like, that's it? How long have you been live for? Like 64 minutes and 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds. Star Allies, I feel like with all the DLC, is like a Kirby fan's wet dream. Like, if you can play as, yeah, I won't spoil it, but you can play as so many characters from across the series, so much lore to unpack. Like, yeah, the base game sucks, but the DLC makes up for it. It doesn't suck, it's just too easy. But with friends, it's a blast. I don't need sleep, I do need sleep, but mainly I just need to stop streaming. I've never streamed this long ever before. Thanks for being concerned about me. I have not played these games. Well, I played Minecraft, but again, that shouldn't count. Mario 3, didn't I put that one? Yeah, Mario Kart DS I was looking for. Mario Land, I've barely played, so I shouldn't rank that. The sports games, like, I need to stop. Have any of you ever talked so long? Because, like, even before I was on stream tonight, I was talking to my friend Mumi on call since I ate lunch, like, 4 p.m. and it's late for lunch. No, it's like more like 5 p.m. I know it's late for lunch. Where's DS? Mario Kart DS. I want to talk about that game. Mole Mania. Girl Go Eep. Well, now you call me a girl, maybe I don't know. I mean, wait, what time is it? In my time zone. Not sure where y'all live. $2:05 a.m. That's not that late for me, but I'll go to bed soon. Yeah, I know, it should be late for me. Where's Mario Kart DS? It's just disappeared because I'm going insane. $7:06 now for me. Super Mario Bros. 2 is, like, really great. It's all a dream, though. Spoilers, I guess. I mean, I feel like if you don't know that... I'm not gonna finish that sentence, but, like, if you don't know that, like, what? It's alright. So it's, like, right here. I give up. I'm not looking for this anymore. Alright, here's my list. F for fucking sucks. D for Donkey Kong. C for cart, as in shopping cart. B for based. A for awesome. And S for stupendous. It's hard to voice train when I'm constantly talking. Anyway, A for autism. I mean, do these games fall under the autism category? That's a quote. I'm autistic and like these games. Does that mean they're autistic? I'm legit trying to analyze whether or not games are autistic. I'm going insane. I need to eat something. Or something. I need to sit down. I've been sitting on this dang wooden chair for, like, really long. So, bye, guys. Wanna see what I'm watching because I'm bored? Just start streaming what I'm watching on YouTube. I am currently watching Doug play my tongue. I need to stop talking. Y'all ever talk so much your tongue hurts? Anyway, the stream is going to end in 3, 2,